Canadian, if you don't know that. I think what we have found at the Walrus is that some version of the magazine is dying and has been for a really long time, but other versions of it have rekindled and are growing and don't even exist yet. So for us, digital has been, by which I mean our website, a really good accompaniment to the print, and what we have found that our readership is just growing and growing. The way that we find our funding is drastically changing and will continue to change in the future.
Erica?
I don't think that magazines will necessarily die off anytime soon. I think there's always a need for deeper analysis into the news, into current events. And similar to the Walrus, we've sort of just adapted with the times. We still have a print edition, but we're growing online, publishing online all the time, and I think that's sort of the direction a lot of magazines are headed now.
If inroads were looked at as an economic proposition, it never would have existed and certainly would have gone out of business a long time ago. One of our co-publishers, John Richards, refers to it as a public service, that we're providing analysis that the daily press can't provide in quite the same way. And whatever the funding for it, there will always be a need for that. So as long as there are people who are willing to keep something like inroads going, it will continue.
Well, let's springboard off that notion of public service and the more larger question of telling Canadian stories, which has always been this Canadian mandate, it seems, within the Canadian publishing industry. But in a sort of an international or global digital age, what does it actually mean to tell a Canadian story? And I'm going to start with you on that question, Bob, because Inroads defines itself as a Canadian journal of opinion. So can we even talk in terms of a collective Canadian we at this moment in time?
Well, as I was sort of looking through the last few years of issues of Inroads, we come out twice a year. So this represents our issues going back to 2012. You're welcome to take them, by the way. I noticed that from 2012 up till 2015, all our covers were Canadian. Some of them also had an international aspect, but they were Aboriginal issues, they were corruption in Quebec, they were immigration with a Canadian focus, things like that. And then the last one of that series was the Winter-Spring 2016, which actually comes out at the end of 2015, and that was on the 2015 election. Now, the last three issues, starting with Summer-Fall 2016, have all been international covers. So, somewhere in early 2016, the focus shifted. And of course, what's going on in the United States is part of that, but also Europe and Russia. So, these have been the things that have sort of compelled our editors and writers for the last year and a half, 2 years. So then the question is, Inroads was originally founded with a mandate to make inroads into Canadian solitudes, to provide perspectives on Canada that weren't being provided.